To know the actual truth, you have to strive. Accept it, even if it's against you.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. This video is not about attacking people, it's about ideas. Today we begin the first episode of this series, and in this episode we will talk about atheism and agnosticism. Not emotionally, not angrily, but honestly. Let's move toward the atheism. Atheism. Atheism claims that God does not exist, or any supernatural being who is outside of this time and space boundaries does not exist. This is actually a very claim that is a huge claim, but it is just as someone built a stronger building than Burj Khalifa but with no pillars. So on this claim, naturally it requires strong evidence. But when we ask for evidence, we are given none. Atheism presents no observation, no experiment, and no proof. Yet many atheists say, we are scientific. So let's be clear. Science is knowledge gained through observation and experimentation. Science explains how things work, not why anything exists at all. Saying God does not exist is not a scientific conclusion. It's a belief, literally it's a belief, like with zero evidences. Don't have a single evidence for this claim, and that is one of the biggest problem with atheism, that they are making a claim and they don't have any evidence for their rubbish claim. The origins. Now let's talk about the origins. People that are affected by atheism, who are atheists, claim the universe came from nothing. But nothing actually means like no time, no space, no energy, no laws. Like literally absolutely nothing. Not quantum mechanics or quantum laws. No, it is absolutely nothing. From nothing, everything appeared. From nothing, everything appeared. If someone told you that a tornado passed through trash and produced a Boeing 747, a complex plane, you would never believe it. You would probably call that person a crazy man. You would say that he's a crazy person who is saying such thing. So how can this entire universe with its complexity and order and precision come from nothing? Example by Alex O'Connor, that if a blind, let me give a more complex example than his example. That is so-called example in so-called proof for the atheism. That's actually not the proof. That if someone who is a blind person comes in a room and he has a dot, only one dot in his hand, now he has 1000 the boards that, or the point, probably I don't know the name of the boards, and he have to exactly shoot in the center of one board, and it is literally marked in the exact center of the room. Even a million and billion tries, he would absolutely complete this one or many times, even if there are 1000 boards. But this is only in this example. There's a fallacy. That's only one like process, but for the universe it is intensely complicated. For let's example, let's assume a thing. If someone gets in the plane, in the aeroplane, with all the raw materials of the house, a 3-story apartment, with not the wood, literally planks, but literally trees, not nothing but trees, with leaves, with iron, but not the iron roast form iron, not cooked one, not smelted one. Literally the nails and everything like that, and many more everything. The mirror, not the mirror, the literally the sand, and above that everything like that, all the raw material for the house. Now, if someone literally from 1000 feet in the air throws that down, is there a single percent, 0.01% chance that a house would build? Not even close, brothers. It is absolutely impossible if someone even tries infinite time, literally infinite, not trillion, not quadrillion, but infinite times. It is impossible because it is not just one process. Now, which is more complex, this universe or that house? Obviously, that universe. So, how can this universe come from nothing? Let's now we can talk about the fine tuning more. Our universe literally runs on exact constants: gravity, nuclear forces, electromagnetic forces. If one of these changed slightly, even life would be impossible. The Earth's position, the Sun's distance, the balance of temperature, the structure of atom, even the atoms, the laws that are the atoms follow, where these come from. How can something unconscious, nothing produce some exact laws? The level of precision is never ever accidental. Order does not come from chaos. And moreover, the people say that the Big Bang, how can, according to the law of entropy, according to the law of thermodynamics, I think so, entropy always increase. What kind of entropy is this that is like making it more beautiful? Even it's increasing. But when we see as human perspective, it is literally intensely complex, and from an honest and rational perspective, it is becoming more and more and more, it expanding more and more and more beautiful, tempts us more to look to praise the one who made this all, who caused this all. Another, the problem of morality. Atheism denies objective morality. Like they say that no one say that follow these laws so you will succeed. No, they deny this. So according to this, morality becomes subjective, just opinion. Even if say that we have virtue ethics and stuff like that, even Har Sultan talking about that, but at end he even said that atheistic morality does not exist. So even if there is a law, but independently and like hiddenly, and anyone can do anything subjectively, and the laws are even subjective. So there can be law that if someone kills his literally mother, it's his own opinion. If someone rapes her own daughter, it's her own opinion. He has no sin on it. If morality is subjective, then nothing is truly right or wrong. Justice literally becomes preference. Good and evil lose meaning, but deep inside, every human knows that this is false. We recognize morality. We like easily and perfectly recognize morality, the moral laws. For that reason, even if someone like slaps an atheist, he would not like, okay, that was your subjective morality. No, he would probably fight back. Or if someone like, sorry for this saying, but if he saw like girl who is getting harassed, would not go like that, like walking and don't stop that. Never ever. He would go and probably slap that man who is harassing the woman. And an atheist watching, he would not like that stopping him. He would like prefer that he should go. Yes, definitely. And probably the atheist would also go. So here, not the morality is subjective. It means that there's something problem, and it means that if we recognize morality, that morality is in our instinct, and it means that someone has put it in our extinct, and this also digs the grave for atheism. Another example, the dependency problem. Everything in this universe is dependent. Nothing creates itself. A dependent thing cannot bring itself into existence. Saying the universe made itself is worse than saying a mother gave birth to her itself. Like imagine a mother giving birth to herself. Like what? Want to know the theory of Big Bang? There was a small, limited, not infinite, but finite inner particle, something like that. There is, and then the inflation happened, and then they expanded very rapidly. So some say that energy existed first, but still energy is dependent. It depends on like now space and it depends on space and time, and even sometimes like they probably that time energy was there and time and space was not there. So even then energy is unconscious, and not that that time energy was conscious. And how can unconsciousness produce something intensely complex substances who are conscious? And moreover, another thing, that energy is like the ink of the pen. It is not the one who writes with the pen. And energy can be measured, it can change the value, and can is it is convertible. For example, the mass into energy and energy into mass. Infinite regress example. Imagine a man. Let me probably like explain in easy way. Imagine a man holding a gun. He has a gun in his hand. Enemies are approaching to him. The enemies, they are literally coming to kill him. A person comes to him that why are you not shooting? Enemies are coming. He says no, wait. I need permission from behind person to shoot. The person who has to give the permission to the shooter also needs the permission from behind person, and this literally goes back infinitely. Would the shooter ever be able to shoot, or he would die? He would absolutely die. And even if there was infinite time, the person would not be able to shoot anyway. This is called contingency problem. Infinite regress, and everything in this universe is dependent. So it definitely means that in this whole chain, one thing should be independent who was not created, and this is just like definitely it should be this case, or not. There is no possibility any other case that we can exist. It definitely means that one should be independent, who it's outside of these boundaries which are dependent. So we cannot question that where did God come from, what was God doing before this all, because the time did not exist at that time. The God is not bound by the time. Our mind are in time. We cannot question like that. Tell me that a fish in a bowl who lives, and that many the problem of many atheists, that a fish in the bowl, everything from since he's born in the bowl which is curved. He thinks that okay, this whole universe is curved. So like that, everything he sees through curvation. He would never ever imagine that what's outside this curve. He cannot imagine anything that this is like in our eyes. Humans say like see in that perspective. No, because they have never seen that way. Exactly like that, our minds are bound by time and space. We cannot think outside of this. For example, right now, if we just take the time, it is for like if we take it that it is 12 p.m. or 11 p.m. If I remove the area that I am sitting right now making the video, I would be gone. Or if I remove the time, I would again be gone. So it means that I am dependent on the time and space. But still, time and space are not independent, and they are the stage. They don't make anything. And time and space are dependent on each other, and they still depend because they were created, and that's proven by the science. Because according to the laws, like the equation of the Big Bang, I heard like that the time comes like zero. Time is not the time there is not required. So if I say that there was a time and there was no time, proper like probably it would be like for explaining to you, I can say that there was when there was no time, and probably this like breaks your mind up that what is this he's saying, because our minds cannot probably our minds fully cannot take this. Now let's come on the agnostics. Agnostics say that we are not sure if God or anything exists or not. We are just neutral, but actually they are not neutral. They are not honest because they are like deliberately. They are deliberately rejecting the truth. It sounds neutral, but it is not stable. It is just like rejecting the truth clearly when it came. It is like a fielder in the cricket match. A ball coming towards him. Sound neutral, but it is not stable. It is just like rejecting the truth. It is just like denying the truth clearly after it came to a person. Like it is just fully unhonesty. If you walk in a desert and find a perfectly shaped round ball, you would never ever say that it formed by accident. See the design, the beauty of this, and you would definitely see that yes, someone definitely made this. It is very beautiful. It is dependent, and it should be made by something. It cannot come out of sand. It is like very beautiful. It is designed. If simple objects need a maker, how can the universe not have one? Just accept this answer. It's a simple question. A rational answer, but there is no rational answer for this question because this question a blow or like destroys the whole concept of atheism and agnosticism. Agnosticism keeps a person suspended, never denying, never accepting, and this literally makes a person very much like in his inner self. He knows that he is denying the truth. He's not accepting, and in his inner self, he is always feeling demotivated or just for the worldly fake players. He just moves on, and this constant uncertainty creates emptiness. Truth must be accepted even when it is comfortable or uncomfortable. Avoiding truth does not make it disappear. The truth will come to us, definitely, even if we reject it or we accept it. This episode was not about giving all answers, it was about removing false certainty. In the next episode, we will examine evolution carefully, not emotionally, but rationally. Until then, Assalamu alaikum.